Pack your bags. The Chicago Bears are headed to London for their Week 6 matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Actually, I think they already are in London by the time I'm recording this. So what is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking some NFL. Here to talk about the Chicago Bears and here to give you guys my preview and prediction for the Bears Week 6 matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars across the pond in London. So with that being said, welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That is the best way to support me and the channel. Would really appreciate it if you did so. And yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my preview, my keys for this matchup, and a final score prediction at the very end. So let's hop into it. So we'll start where we always do with the numbers. And this is technically a home game for the Chicago Bears, which I think is extremely bogus because we lost out on a true home game here because obviously this is happening in London and not in Chicago. But yeah, so the Bears are favored in this game by 2.5 points. The Jaguars are 1-4 on the season. The Bears are 3-2. And just want to, let you guys know I am 4-1 in predicting Bears games. The only one I got wrong was the loss to the Colts. And funny enough, that is the game that the Jacksonville Jaguars just won, their first win of the season against the Colts. So they're 1-4, like I mentioned. The Bears 3-2. The over/under on this game is set at 45.5, so a bit higher. And it makes sense. The Bears are favored. I thought they'd open up as at least 3-point favorites, but it's 2.5. Totally fine. And when we're talking about the Jaguars here, we're talking about a desperate team, but a bad team. All right. Their head coach, Doug Peterson, if the team doesn't perform well in this game, could very easily get fired. He could get canned, folks. It's that bad in Jacksonville. Like, that win against the Colts was extremely important for them. All right? I think Doug Peterson could have gotten fired if they didn't win that game. So it's that dire right now in Jacksonville. So even though they're a bad football team, they are desperate. They are going to play hard. And they play every year in London, folks. Like, they know this very well. And so this is a familiar territory for them, so we cannot take this team lightly. But yeah, jumping into the matchup here, we are talking about the worst, absolute stone-cold worst pass defense in football, 32nd ranked in the NFL, 8th against the rush, so much, much better against the run. But I think that's just a product of the fact that they are so bad against the pass that teams don't even want to run the football against them because they can get anything they want in the air. 31st overall defensively. So, yeah, man, you can pick on this Jags secondary all day. All right, let's talk about some of these monster performances that Jaguars defense has given up recently. Joe Flacco, all right, Joe Flacco, 359 and 3 touchdowns, no picks. C.J. Stroud, 345 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Josh Allen, 263 passing yards, but 4 touchdowns, no picks. And Tua Tagovailoa, 338 passing yards and a touchdown. The only guy who didn't tear apart this, Jaguar secondary was Deshaun Watson, who is beyond washed up at this point. All right, so you can rip apart this Jacksonville Jaguars defense, and that is exactly what I want the Bears to do here. So my first key in this game is going to be come out attacking this secondary. It's very easy for me to go ahead and say, hey, follow the same game plan as we did last week where, you established the run and then you went ahead and opened up the passing game, and they very well could do that. But the reason I'm saying come out early and attack this secondary is because I want the Bears to take advantage of this porous defense. And if we can get some points early on, let's do that. Let's not forget that the Panthers game, even though we blew them out, we were down 7-0 at the beginning. So if you can get ahead at the beginning, why not? Test them out. Let's get a few deep shots to Rome, to DJ Moore, just to see, hey, this secondary is not good. We can attack them. So Caleb in this game should have another 300 passing yard game, another 2 touchdown, no turnover game. Like, I'm not saying that he is going to have that, but he easily could because of how bad this defense is. So I want them to come out attacking this secondary early, vertically. Shane Waldron, you had a great game plan last week. Let's not go back to that screen horizontal game. Let's not try to force feed the run. I'm not saying abandon the run at all. I'm just saying let's try to attack them via the pass. That is what this matchup is asking for. This is a pass funnel, so let's go ahead and do that. I think this is a week where you get everybody eating on the offense, right? With DJ Moore, obviously, who's our top receiver, but not only him, Keenan Allen. Let's get Rome more involved. Let's get Cole Kmet more involved, right? And so I think everybody in the passing game should have ample opportunity here to produce not just one guy. And so to me, the first thing is going to be attacking this secondary, all right? The second key for me in this game for the Bears defense is going to be on the opposite side to pressure Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence can run a little bit, but he's not a great runner. And the way you beat the Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence is you basically put pressure on him because that's when he is not effective. In the lone win last week against the Colts, 0 sacks that Trevor Lawrence took. If you look at the past games that the Trevor Lawrence has played that have all been losses, 1 sack, 4 sacks, 4 sacks, 3 sacks. So sacks is the key here. You got to get pressure on Trevor Lawrence. If you do so, he'll fold like a cheap tent, and the Bears secondary, the Bears defense will eat. So I'm already not worried about the Bears secondary here in terms of, the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence being able to do work against them. I know we won't have Jaquan Brisker, which is going to be a big loss. He's dealing with a concussion, but we still have enough horses here to be able to, mitigate that. They do have some decent weapons in this game. Brian Thomas is a great rookie receiver. Christian Kirk has always been solid. Evan Ingram should be back for this game, so he's a very solid tight end. So it's not to say that the Jaguars don't have weapons, but I trust this Bears defense, this Bears pass rush to be able to get to Trevor Lawrence just because this Bears defense has been elite. So to me, that's going to be the second key here is to pressure Trevor Lawrence. Ultimately, I think we can get to him, and that's going to be the key in this one. Overall, folks, this Jaguars team is reeling. I know they're desperate, but they're the worst team of the two, obviously, here. I think the Bears should be able to handle business across the pond. I got them winning this one and coming back to Chicago 4-2. Give me the Bears to win this game by a final score of 31-21, so a little bit of a higher scoring matchup here as this Bears offense seems to be taking off. So let me know what you guys think, man. Who do you have winning this game? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.